Additional provisions that exist with the Parole Board. One of the provisions that exists with the Parole Board is called medical reprieve. If your loved one is in prison and they are suffering from a life-determining illness or that they are terminally ill, there's a provision that exists with the Parole Board where one can file an application for medical reprieve. Medical reprieves aren't very common, and because they're not common, they're actually pretty difficult because most prisons do not know how to process or do their part on behalf of the request of the inmate who is requesting a medical reprieve. In addition, there's an application called educational reprieve. The Parole Board can allow a person to be released up to 90 days before their parole month if they plan on entering college and they have the required proof stating and clarifying and making it clear and affirmative that this person is going to college and all the necessary additional support systems and mechanisms exist for them to be enrolled in college. This is one of the tactics that we use if a person is coming up for parole maybe 2 or 3 months before school starts. We'll actually file an application for educational reprieve so that they may be able to enter college and also be released early. Those who we've been able to have released to go to college, we've also assisted them in having the application for financial aid process so that when they do start college, they can receive a considerable amount of money for going to school. That's one of the great things about America, is that this government pays for those who cannot afford to go to college. It's a great opportunity for those who fall in that category. For those who have drug convictions, sometimes it can be a challenge in receiving financial aid. However, there's exceptions to that too. If a person takes certain classes and or a period of time has passed that is significant enough that the parole board, that the colleges do not consider the person to be a threat any longer, a person can apply for financial aid and also receive financial aid while in college. Please contact us for further information on that type of situation. For those who are totally and absolutely innocent and there's evidence that exists concerning them being innocent, an application for clemency can be filed. An application for clemency is one of the remedies that can be filed to address miscarriage of justice. In cases of miscarriage of justice, these cases cannot be just clerical errors or court errors or errors that have occurred that are constitutional errors. They have to be constitutional errors to an epic proportion where there's just a blatant miscarriage of justice that has occurred and the person who has been incarcerated is totally, clearly, illegally incarcerated. Usually in those cases we have found those have been rape cases or cases where the DNA shows that the person did not commit the crime, or if a person was totally out of the country when a crime was committed. We've seen cases where those cases have been addressed by the parole board and being corrected, especially if the statute of limitations have passed for that matter being addressed by the courts. This pretty much concludes a summary of the information as relates to provisions that exist with the parole board. There are several other provisions that exist with the parole board. We highly recommend that you contact us by emailing us, and we'll send out an information package or brochure to you by email. You can send that to theparoleadvocates@gmail.com. Again, that's theparoleadvocates@gmail.com. The average parole advocate here at our office has over 25 years of experience, and ensure that if you have a situation where your loved one has not been afforded full rights, even in cases where they did not receive full credit for time served in county jail, there's a wide variety of scenarios that we deal with. Those who are trying to parole outside of the country, getting deported back to the country, can assist with providing the forms for the inmate to fill out to be deported. We deal with a number of matters of marriage forms, providing numerous forms and copying service. We specialize in providing appropriate forms. We can provide copies of briefs that lawyers, the inmates, family members have paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for. We have an extensive copying service, and we also do research. We can provide case laws and a lot of creative means and measures for one pursuing their freedom in the Georgia Department of Correction. Thank you again for watching our films. We would love for you to send in a comment so we can improve our services. If there's anything that we did not go over that you feel that has been missed, you can contact us and we can try to see if we can address that or deal with that matters. We want to make it emphatically clear that we're not attorneys, do not purport to be attorneys, do not want to be attorneys. We specialize in correcting the problems that are created by our attorneys in courts and readdressing your loved one's concern with the Parole Board. Thank you.